wish I could show you what it's propped up against.
Well, you can just turn it around.
I don't know how you do that. I'm just going to do this.
Yeah, that's...
Shut it down, Aldred. Hit it, Iggy.
Roll initiative.
Hello, welcome to Frauds of Waterdeep, episode 13. I'm joined by Ben.
Hi.
Bang, 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 bang!
Ben.
Hi.
Bang, bang, bang!
Well done, boys. Josh.
Hello.
Who is poster boy. And Joe.
Hello.
In super high definition.
Who's on his phone.
From a hotel room.
In episode 13, we are going to be comparing beards, which is going to be great for those people on the podcast. Audio only. Anyway, so I'm Paul. Yeah, I should introduce myself. Martin can't make it tonight, so we're cracking on with just the 4 players. And this is episode 13. So last time on Frauds of Waterdeep, you guys were enthusiastically raiding the Growlhund Manor when you met some Griffin riding feds. Fenn managed to escape on 1 hit point, get down the sewers. Ode managed to escape by stealing a horse and having it ridden by the invisible Wizcrack, made it down to some sewers.
Wizcrack. That's fun, Wizcrack.
Zerelda and Ignatius, however, were, I don't think captured is the right word. Captured kind of like implies more than actually happened. You gave yourselves up. Yeah, arrested. By the city guard. Iggy
Agreed to go in for questioning.
helping me watch with her inquiries. I think. Ignatius name dropped the Blackstaff.
Error.
Well, it worked, possibly. But
We'd
justice
still be in
is
a random jail at the minute otherwise.
justice is important to Waterdeep. Hence why you kind of you are locked up, but you guys don't know, Iggy and Zerelda. You just know that you're incarcerated awaiting trial, essentially, on some quite steep charges. And Aldred got a message from the Blackstaff, essentially saying that you're in the guardhouse, the courthouse in the Fields Ward for the next couple of days before your trial. The walls aren't very strong up there. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Here's the guard's timetable, and that there'll be some assistance waiting for you at Trollskull Manor. So people get to maintain a level of plausible deniability. And there's an opportunity there if you wanted to break yourselves out. Though clearly that means that you'll still be wanted, and maybe laying low would be a sensible idea. Maybe laying low in Undermountain, who knows? But I'll leave that with you guys.
I'm guessing from Aldred's point of view, since obviously Martin's not here, then he would ideally want those two broken out of jail.
No, he wants to wash his hands of you so he can
Less
get
the
on
blame
with
comes
his
to
life, I think. But maintaining party harmony is he will hang via Trollskull Manor and await your return.
We slink in looking rather beaten up, I think, and covered in paint.
Yeah, you are Fenn.
And die.
Yeah, and shit.
Yep.
So let's start the session there. So you, Fenn, you managed to get into the sewers. So what is it that you're doing?
I'm making my way towards Trollskull via the underground network.
Okay. And you managed to get into the sewers as well. So what are your plans?
I lay low, so effectively having a long rest up until about maybe 3 or 4 o'clock the next morning, and whichever like sewer grate I find, I prop up each time and going.
Okay. So you both managed to make it back to Troll's Hall Manor. Fenn, you get there first. Aldred isn't quite there yet. He's still waiting to be woken up. But as you kind of creep over the fence, slink in, you see that there is a wooden crate newly deposited in the center of the room.
Oh.
The mimic, kill it.
Yeah, I stab it.
Do we not get new locks?
I set it on fire and walk away. I'll prise it open with a blade. The top.
Yep. Okay.
Have a look.
It explodes.
No,
you see 6 green glass bottles.
And do I know them as
red
healing potions?
Liquid in there. No.
Are they full of anything?
6.
What's that,
drink
sorry,
them
Ant?
all.
Hanging on the wall.
You can open them or anything?
I'll open one, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Have a sniff.
Sounds very refreshing. You got notes of citrus coming through, chocolate, cherries, almonds.
I was going to say, you're about to turn to the camera and advertise Lils or something.
It's Lucasade. If it's a healing potion, it's got to be Lucasade.
Lilt. I haven't had Lilt in ages. When I was a kid, people were like, if you drink Lilt, then it'll take away all your cum.
What?
Really? I've never heard that one.
No.
Clearly, it was just in Sheffield. There you go. Also,
I'll drink one bottle.
Okay.
Or
yeah.
I'll have a sip.
Okay, so yeah, you taste it. It rejuvenates you. It is a healing potion of some description.
Okay,
You got no cum.
6. Yeah. 6 healing. I'm a half-orc. Could probably count anyway. 6.
I'm sorry, I don't think you have dwarven constitution.
No. 6 healing potions that none of you will ever know about. I'll hide them on my person.
We're like, he's no longer very stealthy. Clink, clink.
Yeah.
Stealthy
But it's
play. But
permanently erect.
he cheers with himself.
And I'll just start scrubbing paint off myself.
It doesn't come
somehow.
off. Does not come off.
I'll have to burn it off later.
Burn it off.
Burn it off, swig a potion. Burn it off, swig a potion.
Maybe that's what they're for.
Yeah.
I don't think that's what they're for.
And I'm just gonna
to
have to create lots of rags to like wrap around and cover up all the.
Just get it changed.
That bed that was suddenly appeared in this manor the other week with a nice new linen cloths and stuff. I'm gonna start tearing that apart and making rags out of that.
Okay. You start to
Look at Jeff's face.
you start to rifle through Zerelda's bed.
You got a tip in it as well.
It's probably the only cloth there is around.
Ignatius, you stare across the cold cell into your companion's cell. It looks like he's heard 1,000 cotton threads cry out and suddenly be silenced.
Yeah. Did you feel that, Zerelda?
That's Muller Harundi cotton. That is.
When we break away, you can go, I recognise those rags. There's no time for this.
This nice 4-poster bed, just
Hey, I'm not doing anything with the wood. The wood's fine. I'm
I was
just
going to
taking
say,
the cloth.
don't you need something to light a fire if you're going to burn it off you?
Oh yeah. No.
So is the spectre.
Yeah.
Who's there? Okay, so you're ragging all Zerelda's Muller Harundi cotton.
Yeah.
Oh, just you wait.
You don't know about this
you'll
yet.
never know.
Okay, so Ignatius and Zerelda. You're bundled into the back of a covered wagon with a number of the city watch, and you are. I shouldn't have done that. That's better. And you are kind of taken through the streets. It's about 1 a.m. It's not a very long journey, but you feel the shuddering as the wagon moves off the pretty well kept stone flag and wooden corduroy streets of the noble areas, and you start to bounce and jostle, and you can hear the city suddenly kind of comes to life. There's a lot more noise around, a lot more nocturnal activities, a lot more kind of shouting and cheering. Every so often you'll hear a kind of like a noise of revelry coming.
Kill the traitors!
Coming out from around you, and you can smell the shite in the streets. You know, you're clearly you would imagine from your knowledge you're in a less salubrious area, they say.
Like we're in Attercliff then.
Yeah, basically you're going down that way, and you.
When you say smell the shite, are we watching this?
You guys aren't now.
No.
And at one point you hear fight, coming on, and a shout of finish him.
Can we peer out of this wagon anywhere? Is there someone holding a skull with a spine hanging off it?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, there's just this blood splatter against the side of the wagon covering it, and then you're taken into an official looking building, but it does look a bit shonky. It doesn't, it's not. You're in Field Ward. You recognise that you're kind of in Field Ward, and you're taken to a formal building. You can see the City Watch insignias. They've been graffitied. I don't know what Josh is doing.
I'm going to send this to Joe so you can see it.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, you won't have to. It's brilliant.
I didn't think about that because this isn't on that anyway.
Yeah. And you're shown into quite roughly pushed in through. It's 2 stories, and there's a set of steps that go up to the top story. The wagon is taken into the.
Oh.
He touched it.
He alt-tabbed out away from the app on his phone. Is what happened.
I forgot that happened.
Yeah, I'll look at it later.
So you're taken into essentially a garage. Did the aerial get messed up there, Joe?
Yes.
Yeah, into a garageway, and you're bundled out the back of it, and then you're taken through a doorway. There's guards kind of there, and it's all lit by continual light spells. And then you're taken around the corner, and you go down to a room which has got 5 cells in, and you're pushed into an individual cell. Your cells have a small bed. You can barely sleep on it. It's kind of more of somewhere that you can sit and such. You saw a fairly tall, dandy-looking fellow in one of the cells. The other 2 cells are empty. As you kind of go in, and he steps up to kind of like up against the bars, and he sees you come in. He waits for the guards to come. The guards have taken all your equipment away from you. You were searched very thoroughly, particularly anything that could be used as a spell focus. So any holy symbols or anything on those lines, any spell components, anything like that have been taken away from you. And then a black-robed magistrate, the same one that you were with before, comes through, and he's flanked by a couple of guards. He looks at you both, and particularly looks at you, Ignatius. He says, "We've seen the trappings of a cleric, so we know that you've got clerical spells available to you. It will go badly for you if you use them against any of the city members."
Just the members, yeah.
Any of the Waterdeep guard or watch. If you use them against innocent civilians, also.
I'm just a simple blacksmith.
That may also describe your intellectual level in your profession, but you're also a cleric and have the ability to call upon your god. I'm just warning you to be restrained in its usage.
Okay. Noted.
And then leaves. Good day, brothers, the figure says to you, as the magistrate and the guards.
She's actually a woman.
Good day, sister. I'm Torquil Hawkwinter.
You're Australian.
Of the Hawkwinter nobles. What are you in here for?
Mistaken identity.
Yeah. What identity should I know you as then, lads?
I'm Iggy.
Hi, Iggy. I'm Torquil. All right. There. Oh yeah, I see what you mean about you're a lovely lady. Good eye.
Howdy.
Half elf. I can tell by the accent.
Oh, you're an observant one too, are you?
Well, yeah, I got around. I'll tell you freely, I'm in here because of my papa fell in with the wrong crowd. He was dipping his wick where he shouldn't have been dipping it, and
Oh, he's a candle maker.
that's exactly right. And I didn't take so kindly to that when I returned from my travels. And but I managed to get her out of the household. She's over the Dark Blades now.
I see.
I'm here with my friend Seat, and he kind of like he's a quiet side. He pushes forward this looks like a footstool with a little bit of legs. It looks kind of like quite fibrous, a little bit like fungi. He doesn't talk normal, you see, but he can communicate his wants and desires.
Okay.
Well, I see.
Looks like it's your lucky day, anyways, to be in here.
How'd you figure?
Well, yeah, if you're in the field ward, then you're too good to have been caught in the taverns. You're not covered in enough crap, so I take it that you've been placed here.
I can think of a million other places I'd rather be.
I'm sure that you can. Well, if you need anything, then just give me a shout. We'll just have to bide our time, I guess. When's your trial?
A couple of days.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, I guess we'll...
Say if we need anything, have you got a key? Can you get us out of here?
Oh, no, I can't kind of get you out of here, but let's just say that if you're in the field ward jail, it's easy for any... It's easy, it's known. It's easy for you to kind of be removed from here.
Are you going to be leaving anytime soon?
I would hope so.
And when's your trial meant to be?
A couple of days, as it happens.
You planning on leaving before then?
Depends. It's more the people on the outside.
Interesting. Okay.
How did you meet your friend Seat?
Seat? Oh, I met him in my travels. Yeah, I was. Well, I don't like to talk about it so much, but I've been out down in the Underdark.
It's still a bench.
Oh yeah.
Ow. Hey.
Will I be able to see him, or am I just hearing him from where I am?
You can like lean forward and see him. He's leaning forward as well, kind of like against the metal of it. He doesn't like to be called Bench. That's his slave name. That's what he tells me.
Well, I've just missed something really, but I'm like,
Yeah, Still's in prison with him. Just like, what is going on?
This is Torquil Hawkwinter, who's been in prison because his daddy was dipping his wick where he shouldn't have been. But the lady's okay. He managed to oust her from the Hawkwinter family, and she's now with the Dark Blades.
Bloody Torquil. You can't trust that. Seems to be every time we get mixed up with these posh folk, we get in some sort of trouble.
Well, I'm certainly not a posh boy, brother. Certainly not.
Well,
No,
then
I've
like
got. I have.
Torquil. Sounds like
Named
Waitrose.
Torquil.
I was named in the Robin Hood. That's where my name came from. Daddy was out drinking with a couple of his mates, and they said this name, and that's where I got it.
Bloody Torquil.
But I gotta say, I'm not really a noble type. I'm from noble blood, but I have a calling. I have a calling and a duty.
Which is?
Well, I could see.
It's a party.
I can see by the way that the magistrate warned you of clerical spells that you're a man of the cloth. You've got a calling too. Let's just say that my guard visits me here, right in my wallet. Oh, shit, where did I put my wallet? Oh, it was taken from me. Sorry, I didn't quite hear that, Ode, on account of you not being here.
Your god visits you here. Are you expecting a visit from your god?
Well, I'm expecting a visit from, my guard in the shape of somebody to bust me out of here. I've got a few things in play. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
I also don't know where my accent's gone, so I've got to say good day.
Good eye.
Good day.
Keep us abreast of that, mate.
Oh, mate, Bruce.
Well, Torquil, you sound like a mighty, I can't think of the word that I was thinking.
Fine.
What's that?
You sound like a resourceful man. You have your fingers in them pies.
I've got more than just my fingers in pies. I got my
That's
two little
enough.
thumbs too.
Has he only got little thumbs?
He's only got little thumbs. Yeah, he's the Donald Trump of the thumb world.
Okay. Well, keep us. I'd be very interested in the developments of your.
Well, we've got a couple of days to share a conversation.
Yeah. You start.
Sing us a song.
Sing
Don't
a
make it
song. I'm not a singer. I'm not a singing voice. Oh, what? Hold on a minute. Seat. You see this like little mushroom creature kind of like rock forward, and you hear a pfft, and then there's this kind of like faint, kind of yellowish mustard cloud starts to drift away. Kind of then it starts to drift around into your cells, and you get a faint taste of it, and you feel a slightly niggling worry in the back of your mind.
Sound good.
Torquil, what was that?
Oh, that was just Seed expressing his discomfort at the situation he's found. I don't know. I'm talking to a half elf. He's found himself in. That's how he communicates. You see.
Well,
If you get enough of it, then you can join minds with him. It's worth the experience.
Depending how long we're in here, if we get bored, then I'll think about it.
Yeah, maybe he should express himself a little less.
And a kind of like purplish cloud starts to kind of like drift through.
Oh,
What's this one
great!
smell like?
Can you make me wisdom saving throws?
Could someone?
I'll make yours, please, Zerelda.
Thank you. What did I roll?
Oh, you crit.
In the tower.
Oh,
In the tower or regular?
In the tower for me, please. Okay. So Ignatius, you're fine. Hold on a minute. Right, there we go. Zerelda, I'll describe what happens to you shortly. But I gotta say, I'm gonna get some kip. I think it's been a long night. I've been here just a couple of hours.
Okay. Talk to you in the morning.
He nestles back, seat, kind of like little feet come out, and he waddles his way a little bit further back into the cell. You doing anything, guys?
I'm gonna have a look around myself.
Okay.
I don't know yet.
Is there anything of note? Does it look as poorly put together as I thought it is?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, I just
Frozen.
Oh,
Yeah.
frozen. Yeah. Okay.
Screenshot.
Am I back?
It's the most thoughtful look.
Yeah.
I'm going to screenshot it.
There's clearly a lot going on in my cell.
Oh, he's back.
Yeah.
Is he
okay.
back?
No, there's nothing of any great note.
Does it appear with my
Yeah,
blacksmith?
so with your kind of practice die, yes, it doesn't look particularly well constructed. You get the impression that the normal design of these things is for this area to be below ground, and they've kind of taken a structure and not had substantial foundations, and clearly it's been rebuilt at least once before, and they didn't quite position the stones correctly, and the mortar is quite flaky, so you think that it would not take substantial amount to kind of get through the wall around the shell cell.
Are they what are the hinges like on the cell door? Are they like half barreled?
Are they what? Sorry.
Half barreled with the proper leverage get me out?
You think you probably could, yeah.
Was that Pirates of the Caribbean when I did that?
It was indeed. That's what I was referencing. Can I attempt to kind of just give the door a bit of a nudge, see what happens?
Okay, you nudge against it. It holds, but the proper application of strength, would probably push it. You still then got, the guards and such like, and as you're doing this, one of the guards shouts, "Oi, come on, quiet down."
Yeah. What about what's the bench look like? What's that made out of?
Wood.
Okay.
Fairly solid wood, actually, so you could use that to leverage stuff or break it up and such like.
Okay. I'll sit down and think about what a bad boy I've been and what I've done.
Yeah. Okay. You're really squeezed into the cell. These cells were not designed for somebody of your stature, so it's really uncomfortable for you.
I grew up in a dwarven place. I'm used to being small and tight on me.
Yeah, I've heard that. Okay, Zerelda, anything? You see Iggy kind of like ragging around, taking a practice look at things.
I'll watch him for a little while, and then is there room for me to do
Heister appears, Zerelda.
You weird. And then is there enough room for me to do like some sit-ups or some press-ups, or
You could do some. You can lay yourself out in like the length of it and do that kind of calisthenics. Yeah.
You've got like a bunch of tattoos since you've been there.
She's doing like one arm ones on. She's put a it's like
I love
go on
eight.
the bar?
put the bed the other way up, and it's Terminator 2 in it.
Yeah.
Need a montage.
Episode 13 of Frauds of Waterdeep. Orange is the New Black episode. Yeah, so you can do your routine. Torquil is quite interested.
Yep.
You kind of like see a ruby red come from seats and fill the whole thing, and your mind, particularly Zerelda, is kind of like he likes what he sees and he sees what he likes.
You're exciting that little button mushroom.
Okay, well, I'm feeling relatively uncomfortable now. I think I'll go and sit down somewhere.
Yeah, okay.
Probably in the dark
The
corner.
shower.
You
She rocks and cries.
Yeah, okay. So you drift off to sleep, and Zerelda, you dream, and you remember this dream quite vividly. You dream of basically your life as it's been so far, and just snatches of kind of things that have happened to you that have led you up to where you are now. And it's almost as if you're like an observer, and your dreams are getting pushed and prodded in a particular way, and if something catches the interest, your dream goes in that way, down that route, rather than the natural flow of the dream. You wake up in a slightly disquieted way. It just feels strange. And you wake up at 2 or 3 points in the night in a like slightly feverish thing, and you can almost hear it feels seat kind of nestled up against the bars, deeply inhaling. At first you think it's Torquil, but he's clearly kind of like, you just see his feet, and he shuffles and rocks and bangs his head and stuff like that, and you as your dark vision kind of scans around, you see this little mushroom rocking from side to side. It's like a small buffet, basically, with like little feet protruding out.
Oh my.
You wake in the morning, both of you, to the clanging of the bars, clang, clang, and kind of gruel is pushed through to you.
There's a harmonica happening.
Nobody knows the troubles I've seen.
Sitting in the morning sun.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happens. Good day, Zerelda.
Morning.
You're an interesting type. You are. I think we might have some use for you. I think you could be in on something here. You're gonna need You're gonna need to get out of the city, I think.
Why?
Well, because you're well. If Manchun knows about this situation, it's gonna be kicking off big style. That's all I'm saying. That was one of the kind of memories that you can remember from your dream. That kind of whole scene and such like.
Zerelda, what have you been talking about at night?
I haven't said shit.
That she knows of.
It looks like my patron has helped us all out, and we could definitely come to some kind of arrangement.
Now, just you tell me, who is your patron? Oh.
Pregnant pause.
Dramatic pause.
My patron is the God Mask.
That was just furiously looking it up.
On edge.
The God Mask.
God Mask?
Yeah, God of Thieves.
Oh.
And what's your business with Manchun?
Oh, I have no business with Manchun, but I know that if he thinks that you're a threat to him, he'll be after you. I do, however, have a way in which we could possibly aid each other.
You do? Well,
Yeah.
You just let me know when you're ready.
Well, you're likely to need to get out of the city for a little while.
I can see that.
I'm likely to need a bit of help getting to a place and some strength of arms when I'm there.
Okay. Well, I give him the gun show.
It's very literal.
I can get you into Skullport.
Oh, you can?
And I can get you placed somewhere in Skullport. You too, Ignatius.
It's just a rumour.
You've heard the rumour. Everybody's heard the rumour. It's a kind of den of iniquity underneath Waterdeep. Famed and such like, but always rumour, nothing substantial, heavily denied. Land of myth and legend more than anything else. Yeah, the place is real, he says. I just happened to got some contacts there.
And what would you need us to do there for you in return for this service?
I need some bodyguards.
It's just questions, isn't it? Like every time we ask a question.
Yeah. He's press pause and then he's looking up his answer.
No. I'm suffering some. It looks like the internet is not playing well tonight.
Oh yeah, because we've been kicked out of thingy.
Yeah.
Have we? What, Fantasy Ground?
Yeah, you've gone.
Mine's alright.
No, you're not on the list.
Mine seems okay.
No, you've been lost
give it a
and
sec.
reconnected and lost and reconnected. I need some bodyguards, he says.
Okay. How many? we might have a couple of
That's fine.
friends that also need to get out of the city for a while.
That's perfectly fine. There'll be a job to do in Skullport, and then if we do it well, we'll have a place down there that we can call our own. You can stay free of lodgings as long as you like, under the protection of my patron and I.
Free of lodging sounds great. Been costing me a fortune in my downtime activities.
It will do. It will do.
Suffice to say, I'm interested.
And once we've done the job, you'll be free to leave if you want to. I'll be good for a journey down there and a journey back.
Okay, well, I'm definitely interested. Beggars can't be choosers.
Oh, we've got options. One of our many options. We'll definitely consider it.
Iggy, look at where you are.
Yeah. Look at
The
where
only
you've got us.
option is which corner you're going to pee in.
I do know which corner I'm going to pee in. It's the one with the bars at the front.
Well, you just warn me before you do that, and I will turn around.
Yeah, sure you will.
Yeah,
Obey. Obey.
I am having the traffic problems as well. This is frustrating. Am I stuck or am I okay?
No, you're okay.
You're okay, man. It's when it... Yeah.
We've got no Fenn in Fantasy Grounds, though.
Yeah. I don't know what's causing the problem, but the stream's disconnected.
It's weird that actually Discord seems to be running quite well.
Yeah, Discord seems to be fine.
Everything's fine on my end.
I'm still in Fantasy Grounds as far as I'm aware. I'll close it and start again.
You're not as far as I'm aware.
You're not showing on mine, it's just showing me and Ode in a minute.
Yeah, same. Okay, anyway. There's a puff of royal blue kind of like comes from seat, and it kind of fills the corridor, and you can't help but feel joyous.
Yeah.
And it's not just like unprocessed joy, it's that kind of like joy of union. You know, you guys are coming to join him and he's quite happy. Oh yeah, new friends.
Ma, you're a keen little thing, aren't you?
He rocks from side to side.
You can do the blue again, see? Bit less of the yellow.
More blue fills the corridor.
Mm-hmm.
Yay!
Are the guards all right with a load of blue
just
smoke?
the cutest.
The guards are kind of staying away a little bit. They've kind of come and gone. Okay, so moving on back to Ode. You slink into Troll School Manor. You see what you think is. Has somebody got me on speaker?
It was echoing a bit weird.
Yeah. Okay.
Damn, I hope that a gnome is okay.
You see what you think is a mummy laid on Zerelda's bed.
Kill
Like,
it!
Humanoid just wrapped up like in kind of like strips of white cloth.
Mm.
I'm pulling it off though. It looks good.
It looks like a stylish mummy. All a bit.
There's Fenn.
Oh, you got out.
The traces of like orange dye.
Yeah. Where's the rest of them?
How the hell should I know?
Let's hope they turn up.
I got out of that like a bat out of hell.
You want a hell of a slow bat. I've been here 35 minutes. Yeah, my phone is working.
A bloody fast bat with the whiz crack.
What happened to Whizcrack?
I don't know. He dropped me off by a sewer.
Yeah, well, he's expendable.
I just hope he's okay.
You still got the necklace?
I got loot.
We should probably
Safe
hide
and
it.
sound.
We should probably hide it somewhere in here.
You've got loot with new
I'm
strings.
looking to fence this as soon as possible, Fenn.
It might be a bit hot at the moment.
Ooh, the hottest.
There must be a loose floorboard or something in this manor we can hide it in.
All of them.
Oh,
Yeah, we hide it, like...
That's pretty
If anything, the first thing we do is hide the... possibly somewhere where the fuzz won't even think to look.
the fuzz.
yeah. You don't know any spells, perchance, to get this die off me?
No, that's the question, actually. How... Have we had, like, a long rest between going from the sewers to home?
So you said you wanted to have a long rest, didn't you? So you better have a long rest.
Yeah.
So what loot are you hiding?
Well, prior to returning to Troll's Skull, it's just hiding in the sewers.
Well, we've got all the evidence as well that we found. We got them robes and...
Yeah, we do.
I wrote it down somewhere.
Now, what do you want to do? Do you want to be talking to the Blackstaff, or do you want to try and find out what's happened to our two compadres?
Well, Aldred should meet us here at some point after he's talked with the Growlhuns. We should wait for him to show up, maybe.
So maybe hide it until the Blackstaff got here.
I don't think the Blackstaff will come here. We'll have to take this evidence to the Blackstaff at a later date. I can't find where I wrote down what we got.
So you got the
I'm thinking that Blackstaff will surely come here. Like,
Blackstaff don't know we own it.
I don't know that the name drop has happened, but that as far as Ode is concerned, the Blackstaff is not his first concern.
Yeah. So okay. So you got the Asmodeus robes and the symbols. You got the necklace. I think you probably grabbed a hold of like a random assortment of coins. So you probably got like 8 gold pieces equivalent. You got the wolf skin.
Oh, I'm keeping that. I'm fashioning that into a cloak.
Okay, and you got the book.
We're gonna have to stash all of them pretty much here.
And Ode got a handful of assorted smalls. As he made a grab for what he thought was a sock drawer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We should hide most things here for now.
Yeah, well, we hide everything.
Okay.
We'll worry about the black stuff later. Because that's not Ode's concern. He doesn't give a shit about the black stuff.
Okay.
Well,
So as you're hiding
two of my
stuff,
gang, what do we do next?
as you ask that question, you hear a kind of like timid voice. Fenn, Ode, are you in there? You recognise it as Aldred.
Aldred.
Is it more Scottish than that?
Is he
Okay,
coming
then.
under a guise of an invisibility spell, or is he?
Yeah, he's coming under the cover of invisibility spell.
Aldred, what the hell are you doing here?
He decloaks. He said, "What the hell are you doing here? Where are the healing potions?"
What are you using those?
What healing potion?
Healing potions.
So there are healing potions.
Fenn?
No.
And Ode looks to Fenn like, what the fuck?
I've got them on me in case I need them. In case we need them.
I got a letter from the Blackstaff. Ignatius and Zerelda are in the field ward guardhouse. They're going to be there for a couple of days. I know the patterns of the guards, and I know that the masonry around the cells isn't very weak. The Blackstaff is hinting that we should break them out, and that whilst they need to have been taken for trial to maintain the confidence and maintain the illusion of law, she's telling us to get them out. Then we'll need to lay low somewhere. If only there was some obvious plot hook elsewhere that we could follow.
To which Ode has...
Okay, they knew, because it's
Shit.
fine, clearly.
You seem to know everything we don't know before we need to know it.
That's what I do. I'm Aldred. Aldred student fucker.
So what are you just proposing, Aldred?
Well,
Are you proposing we break them out?
Yes, that's exactly it. It's only a matter of time before the Growlhounds realise that I brought them to the Eltorchul Manor.
Look at the mess you've got us in, Aldred.
Yeah, I know, it's completely my fault. I accept 100% responsibility for it. What I'll do is I'll give you full shares in all of my money. In fact, he brings a big sack of all the Eltorchul money, slams it down in front of you, and all the magical books that he has.
That's canon now.
That's canon.
Yeah. So at this point, Aldred, like,
He gets his cock out, puts it on the block.
And there's a bin in the corner that goes... And he turns to Aldred and says, I wondered if there was a reason why I was going to...
So what's the plan?
Well, you want your two fellas to be broken out of there, correct?
Well, one's a fella and there's a woman, but other than that, yeah.
Well, are you on the first floor or the second floor?
I don't know. I've never been in a guardhouse. I'm a good little boy. Mama always said.
Oh, have you ever been in that
little
prison?
boy with too few socks.
Oh, have you ever been in a field ward prison? I've been in my fair share, but I've been in a field ward.
Roll me a percentile dice.
Perception or
no, just a
I
D100.
was going to say what would be the percentile dice for having been in that?
Just roll me
particular
D100.
place?
Then I'll say that there's a 1 in 10 chance. 1 through 10% you've been in. Yeah, roll a D10 and on a 1 you've been in that jail.
Okay.
No, unfortunately not.
70%.
You say the masonry's weak.
That's what the letter said.
You're a wizard. Can't you explode things?
Yeah, but they'll be in there.
That's what these healing potions are for.
Well, we blow up the walls.
Blow up the whole thing, heal them, and run away.
But what happens if the masonry comes tumbling down?
Right.
What kind of spell would blow the walls?
A thunder wave, a fireball possibly.
How do you suggest we get through the what? I'm trying to do it half accent. How How do you
Well,
suggest we get through the wall without?
I just don't know.
How do you?
Hang
suggest...
on, Fenn. He just suggested a thunder wave, and that's something I can arrange. But the other thing that I need arranging, Aldred, would be some horses for our escape.
Yeah, I can get those. Yeah. I'll spend all the rest of the Eltorchul money getting the horses.
Sell that magic skill.
How are we going to knock down this wall and not kill Zerelda and Iggy in a
You're gonna
process?
have to tell them. Are there any kind of like grates that in said walls that we may be able to
Well, how
send a message?
What about why don't we get somebody on the inside, or at least maybe I go to try to visit them.
Yeah.
You suggesting that you're the man on the inside? Well, I've heard.
Or maybe you could disguise yourself and go in as like one of Iggy's friends or one of Zerelda's companions.
Well, we were disguised when we were.
You're just the
escaping.
wildest piece
No
of
one knows
bullshit
it was us.
I ever met, Aldred. I like it.
So then we could find the layout of the guardhouse.
That would be useful. I've lost the map.
We find the wall upstairs or downstairs. We thunderwave it. We get our bastards out,
And then what?
and we
Then what?
run like shit.
Where to,
A
though?
shovel.
Well, Ode, if you manage to sneak in with Aldred, disguised, you could thunderwave from the inside, blasting the wall outwards, where I'll be waiting with horses to escape.
Not impossible. I know both spells, invisibility and thunderwave.
Invincibility.
Invincibly.
I want that one.
Invisibility and thunderwave.
You've got the hack for invincibility, the God mode hack.
I've got invisibility and thunderwave.
Well, that sounds like a great plan. So, yeah, okay. I could probably.
I've
get
never
this.
liked a plan you've come up with, Aldred, until today.
Well, that's because I'm wearing my brother's socks and possibly the smell that helps.
Feels familiar.
Okay, the new. So if I get, but I don't want. Perhaps you could disguise me, and I'll go in. Seek audience with them. What? And then you sneak in disguised as well, or invisible. We can't go in as ourselves because then it'll be us that broke them out.
Well, I could go in invisible, or you could make me invisible, but I ain't being seen by the authorities, Aldred.
Okay. Well, can you disguise me then?
I could make you invisible if, unless Fenn could disguise yourself.
I've got plenty of rags. I can.
Oh. We'll convince them the courthouse is haunted.
Okay. We could create a battering ram with this bed to knock down the wall. Joe's zombie. Where's he gone?
Well, okay. So
Odie's invisible. Too early, Ode.
How long does it last?
you've peaked too soon. Okay. So I'll just say.
If me and Oda wanted, Ode could just hand himself in, get put in the prison, thunderwave his way out.
Well, presumably they'll take.
But we're gonna have to go to the same prison.
They're not going to let him take his loot in, are they?
No.
Yeah. Recovered loot. So okay, yeah. So if you disguise me, I'll have an audience with them. I'll say that they scare me and I don't want them taken from the cell in case they take them to an audience chamber. And then Ode can thunderwave us out. And then if you get horses, then we can get out. But where would we go to? Should we go to the Yawning Portal and hit Under Mountain, or should we get out of the city, or or should we go to Troll School Manor? Or I could try and hide you in the academy.
Do we have any reason to go down the yawning portal?
Well, it's the
Aldred?
entrance to Undermountain. If you want to get to Undermountain, then that's what we could do.
It'd be a good place to hide.
Yeah.
Oh, Ode, you're visible again.
Did you swing at something? Did you take an attack?
What?
So out of character then. So the plan is that Aldred gets disguised. You go in, seek an audience. Fenn,
Aldred in disguise, but Ode goes with him, but Ode's invisible. Ode sneaks past invisible, I assume, while Aldred
is distracting
distracts
the
the
guards
guard.
and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, he
So
thunderwaves out.
disguise Aldred, Fenn's going invisible, blow the wall from the inside.
I'll meet them there with horses or animals of equal value. And then
Not value. Thieves.
yeah. I
Fenn
couldn't
turns
find any
up,
horses, we have to escape on his goats.
it turns
But
up
there's
with
more goats.
4 pedigree chihuahuas. I mean, they're quite expensive as dogs go.
And then we go
Four
to
beagles.
Yeah, so yeah.
we should probably then run to Undermountain. Yawning portal. Get really drunk in a yawning portal, then go down the into Undermountain.
Oh, Diego didn't. Sorry, no.
Diego.
The character
Look
now.
what Diego thinks.
Does Diego think he's got a whole lot of other troubles? His wife is pregnant.
With twins.
Everything's going to shit.
His wife is pregnant and it's going to shit. His wife is pregnant. It's a good thing.
Yeah.
Until it finds out they're not his.
Everything else.
Yeah, Praxin.
His new mother-in-law to be.
On Ode's side of the fence.
It's when the two twins come out being incredibly holier than now.
I'm so glad you've watched it, though. I'm so glad you've watched it.
Listened. I listened.
So,
Well, Ode, we should go down into Undermountain. I've never had a gang this reliable before. I say reliable.
gang.
You've had a hard life.
Before. There could be some serious gold to be turned down there. Anyway, Aldred, didn't you think your father was linked to that place?
Yes, I did. And, well, I wonder whether we should be trying to find the stern of a law as well, given that it's been mentioned.
That sounds valuable, so count me in.
We're on the subject of the Skullport place. Be a good place to fence these jewels.
That's not a real place, Ode. It's not a real place, surely.
I've never found any evidence of it. Either knew.
Do you think we should bring the jewel with us? Or leave it here?
Either way, we need to get our compadres out of this prison.
Yeah, but part of the problem I observed from your last escapade was that you didn't have a plan to exit.
Ride like the wind.
In which direction?
So Field Ward, which is Field
Sewer.
North. Field Ward's northward, like northeast.
Yeah, it's right at the tip. Right at the end.
And Yawning Portal's kind of
in the middle.
middle. So we're going to have to ride from the north to the middle quickly, somehow, without drawing too much attention.
Or if we ride out of this, there's a gate. It's gates that are problematic.
We should maybe find a place, somewhere derelict in Field Ward, not far away, and lay low for a while.
Straight for the Yawning Portal. Get a passage down there. And make our way from there. I mean, it seems like a pretty good place to hide. Down in the Under Mountain.
We need to get to the Yawning Portal first.
Yep.
Maybe we should use something more covered than horses. A wagon.
Too slow.
No, with 2 horses. 2 horses, a wagon, covered, hide inside it.
And the streets of Waterdeep.
Yeah. Where can we need to get a wagon now?
I can get a wagon. I will borrow heavily in the Eltorchul name. I will.
I wondered why I liked you, Aldred.
I'll give blood.
Although you make out that you're as rich as a king, you're actually as poor as a thief.
A bad thief. I'll go and let myself be a trainer. I'll let trainee hairdressers practice on me, and trainee tattoo artists practice on me as well. And that'll mean I'll raise enough money to get the wagon.
You'll also be sufficiently disguised to get into the prison.
Yeah. When can you get a wagon by? We need to hit this prison soon.
Well, let's get one. Let's aim to do this tomorrow.
Okay. Hopefully this paint's gone by then.
Yeah.
Do you know any spells, Aldred, that get rid of this?
Wish.
I was wondering if anyone has. Is it thaumaturgy or is it prestidigitation?
Prestidigitation.
Is it prestidigitation?
You didn't take it. You didn't take that or mage hand.
What useful.
So I'll go and empty the Eltorchul coffers and have a really bad haircut and cover myself in bad tattoos. In the
real bad tattoos.
Yeah, I'll have like twat written across my forehead. Because that's how dedicated I am to the party cause.
Martin's going to watch this back and be like, no, this is all canon now, Martin.
If you're streaming this in your meal, Martin, I apologise.
To the
other diners.
During half an hour, I ended up writing a potential song ride to the breakout. But I'll save that until 2 weeks' time.
We've not changed your character at all.
Yeah. All the diners over in wherever Martin's having his the birthday meal, his family birthday meal, are like, what's up with him? He's just going, no,
you bastards,
racing over. So that's that. Okay, right. So back at the jail. You, Zerelda and Ignatius, you're growing in confidence hour by hour in the planning capabilities of your fellows to get you out. Or not, as the case may be.
Not particularly.
The way that your camera's now positioned, Joe, is that you look...
It's
like,
super cash.
Well, because the way the frame cuts off your portrait, because yours is portrait, not landscape. I only just get your head. Yeah, you might want to sit up. Yeah, that's a bit better. Yeah, sorry. Okay, so kind of time is passing. You get your midday meal. Is there anything that you want to do, you guys?
Yeah, I've got an out of game question.
Okay.
I've been trying to have a look. Channel Divinity, does it require my spell focus?
I don't believe so.
In which case, can I turn a fork from dinner into a new spell focus?
Oh, yours.
A fork from dinner.
My artisan's blessing. I presume our food comes either on a bowl or with a fork or something. A spoon.
You'll have a spoon. You'll have a spoon.
Fork.
A wooden spoon.
Metal plate? Metal. There must be some metal in this cell that I can turn.
Not really. It'll all be wood because metal can be filed down and sharpened.
And they know you're a cleric.
Yeah, but they don't know what type.
And they've given you some fairly clear direction as well. The magistrate said, "Don't harm innocents or."
It's not harming anybody. Purely, all I'd be doing is channeling my divinity to do an hour-long change non-magical item. Something simple.
Metal.
I can turn it into a martial weapon, a suit of armor,
Yeah.
10 pieces of ammunition. All I want to do is turn it into a new.
Okay, so let's say that the spoon that you're given is a metal spoon.
You turn it into a shiv.
Yeah, I've gone full prison mode.
Yeah.
It's full scum version in here now.
Yep. Okay.
Then I'll spend an hour channeling my divinity to turn it into a new spell focus. Not doing anything with it at the minute, but it'll just be a new symbol of Moradin
Clever.
with a hammer.
Clever.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a tiny little hammer, like a nutcracker.
Yeah.
The little ones you get with toffee packs.
So
Yeah.
describe to me kind of like the ritual and how the ritual is formed and what you have to do, because it's not just sitting there. It's got to be a ritual thing.
Yeah. So I turn my back to the cell, to the bars rather,
Mm-hmm.
so they can't see me. Apparently Diego Darkblade's water group is trying to call us.
What?
Yeah.
that
So I turn my back to the bars, and I'll start humming.
Okay.
Nobody knows the trouble I've seen.
It starts sort of deep within my chest, like it's almost felt more than heard as this sort of it starts to vibrate through me, and it goes with the motion of the
green kind of cloud of pleasure floats down into the corridor.
I feel a bit dirty, but I carry on. And it's to the same motion as the sound of the bellows pumping into a forge. As it gets deeper and stronger. As I start just sort of tapping.
Should we be rolling? Should we be pushing ourselves forward like this?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Just start tapping the
Yeah, work that metal.
the forge.
Work
Just on the ground. I'm not going full Uri Geller trying to rub it. Just to tap it. It's just
Just like that.
yeah. Just work it. Simulates the motion of the hammer hitting, but gently.
Yeah. I'm hitting you.
And then it
baby.
culminates at the end of the hour
Oh yeah, we're reaching
with
crescendo.
a sound similar to the of a hammer striking an anvil. At the end.
Yeah.
Wow.
Did somebody call a plumber?
Did someone call a blacksmith? To shoe your horse.
I think
Locksmith.
I could have to make a note because in editing I'm gonna have to put some like dodgy porn 70s
Oh, yeah, I
porn
want
music.
No,
Full 70s porn music. Full bam chicka wow wow as well.
I mean,
Oh, my love, my darling.
Oh, I thought ghost, yeah. As I'm merging it into something else.
Okay, yep. So then you end up with this nutcracker hammer.
For your touch.
Okay. So you get this nutcracker hammer.
Cool.
Okay, cool, good stuff.
Zerelda's lay on the bed with a cigarette.
You both get a point of inspiration.
Nice.
G'day, Torquil. So have you given some thought to my plan?
Oh, it's all I've thought about, Torquil. There's not a lot else to contemplate in here, other than whatever it was that Iggy was doing.
I don't know, but Seed's gone into a little bit of a frenzy. I've never seen him ooze before.
Was it as good for you as it was for me?
Probably better. So anyway, yeah. So you in then, boys, brothers?
Boy?
Our compatriots
Girls,
don't seem to be
sisters.
doing anything, so yeah, it looks like we'll have to extricate ourselves from this situation.
Well, I think the mask will shining upon us. Just give it a bit of time, and I'm certain that'll be the case. All things will come to those who wait.
Well, yeah, prison if we wait too long.
He kind of like reaches out his arm from the cells to kind of like let's pledge this.
Ooh, do I want to
Oh,
play?
I can't reach.
I think we'll sort that out.
Sure, why not?
Kind of grabs.
Oh,
Grabs
you're
your
in,
hands.
Iggy?
Yeah. Well, no, I want to be out, so I'm in.
It's got a really firm grip, quite strong kind of hands and muscles in that way, and grips you.
In a way that Iggy would notice.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I will also do the thing.
So he reaches out with one hand, and he kind of presses his hand to his chest. So he pushes in, and then it's as if there is another one of him stood in front of you.
Mm.
So you can see him, and then there's the image of him stood like just straight in front of you, and that reaches its hand out. It's not as solid, but you can feel a bit of a connection there.
Duplicity.
And then it just kind of disappears because we're bonded now in mask sight.
Okay.
Right, fine.
Then he kind of sits back and says, "Come on, seat." And he sits back and he rests his feet on seat, kind of tips his head slightly forward, and kind of let's just help the time pass. And kind of this soporific kind of smell kind of comes through this kind of like white.
That's a prime one.
Screenshot that.
This is seat, by the way.
Yeah, that's exactly what it looks like. It's exactly what he looks like. Make wisdom saving throws.
Ooh. Oh, sorry, I was just screenshotting. It's a good one.
My TV's having a fit.
What's happening with the Troll School Manor disco?
Wisdom, you say?
It's the fuzz.
Please.
Get out of here, Howard.
Okay.
Why is it doing that?
whenever I
It's
roll,
having a right fit.
Zerelda, whenever I roll
wisdom of 2.
Yeah, whenever I roll your wisdom, I always roll a 2. So Zerelda, you can't help but fall asleep for a little bit. Iggy, you feel drowsy, but you don't fall asleep. You don't know how long you've been out of it, Zerelda, but it doesn't feel that long. Torquil is kind of snoring away.
Seat, what did you do?
You kind of hear see a deep crimson when you can feel a little bit of guilt and a little bit of sorrow.
Oh, baby, what's wrong?
Another cloud comes through, and kind of you smell it in, and it's kind of like it's kind of like a little bit worried that it's upset you.
Oh.
Well, it's getting a little bit dated.
You just need to be more careful, hon.
You can see his little head kind of nods up and down, which kind of like rocks Torquil slightly.
How did you meet him? Can you show me that?
Yep. Okay. So a multicolored kind of just across to you, and it's got glittering in it as well. And your kind of mind's eye sees kind of a stream of snapshots. You see an incredibly handsome full elf.
All right.
Who is just dashing and you feel all the emotions associated to this. He really loves and cherishes and feels safe around this half elf, and you hear a distant voice saying, "My name is Theron," and there's this such affection that Seat kind of like has for him, and this man is like this elf is like a god. To Seat, And he just wants to be with him. He wants to follow him, and that's where he wants to go back to. And then you see a snapshot of kind of the same figure laid in state, and kind of black clouds and cowled figures gathered around. And then you can feel the depth of sadness, just this existential sadness that Seat feels. He's got this completely nihilistic view. Nothing's good. He's kind of like in this grove surrounded by lots of mushroom men, and he just feels strange, and he feels different, and it feels like he can't recapture that back. Then you see Torquil's face, a younger Torquil, much more scruffy. It's just kind of in the darkness, and for a moment it looks as if it's the other elf, and you can see and you hear Torquil say, come on, I can see you're not happy here. And you feel him being lifted. And then there are snapshots of kind of like dark tunnels, and then out into the light, this blinking light, and your senses are assaulted by all kinds of new smells, and the wind kind of drifting across and cooling you down, and it's another burst of freedom. And Torquil takes care of him, and he feels again that safety of being protected, and then kind of you're here, and you can see that his will is again being enlarged a little bit with you two kind of joining and being bonded with him. So that all kind of like passes in kind of like these scenes, and you can't help but feel a level of care and protection over him.
Feels like a trap. The mimic, kill it.
Oh, baby, thank you for sharing that. What a sad story you've had. Don't you worry, we're here.
He's kind of like he does his happy. He's kind of like royal blue, happy, inclusion, tribe, family, people, safety.
I like the blue one. I approve of the blue one.
Oh, that's better. You see, you're safe here, kinda.
Relatively.
Okay, so let's get some disguise rolls for Aldred. So who's going to disguise Aldred?
Oh, I can't roll anything. My fantasy ground has crashed.
Oh, yeah, I'm the only one in there.
You just say who's rolling for Aldred?
Yeah, disguise roll. So somebody's going to have to disguise him up.
I'm proficient with
Oh,
disguise.
my fantasy grounds has crashed and like loading back in.
Yeah, mine's loading. Oh, I'm nearly back in.
I can quickly dig a D20 if you want, but
I'm proficient and I've got a disguise kit, so I'll do it when mine loads up.
Okay, in that case, then what I'll do is
it's easier to get Fenn sort out Aldred with the disguise kit, and then I go in invisible.
Yep.
So where is your disguise? What?
I thought I had a disguise kit.
You may well have. Whereabouts is it?
In proficiencies in abilities.
Abilities, proficiencies. Disguise kit +2 proficiency. Alright, so I'll just chuck a D20 in. Okay, it's going to be alright. You kind of like try to change his features. He's basically going to be a human. If somebody knew him, they'd be able to recognise him, you think, but it seems to be relatively passable. You certainly give him commoners clothes and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
How does he react to that?
Yeah.
He's loving it. He thinks it's possibly his natural home now. This is what he needs to grow into to grow for his next stage of spiritual growth.
Does this mean he takes off his expensive noble's clothes while he's disguised?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he gives them to you and says, "Here's
that's
a
getting
gift."
fenced as soon as he turns his back.
A gift in exchange for everything.
Yeah.
Did he have like a magic ring as well?
Oh, he pawned it. He's pawned it. He hasn't. No, clearly, I'm not going to do that. So where are you going to get your horses then?
I need to get stagecoaches from horses.
Stagecoach and some horses. Okay.
Yep. This is not going to be cheap. Aldred, do you have any connections?
Well, you got the Eltorchul, Eltorchul carriages.
I'll take one of them then.
You got to give it a respray.
Yeah, take it.
With his crest on the side of it as we're breaking away.
It's not Frauds of Waterdeep unless we have a GTA reference.
Yeah.
You get it repainted, like you basically
just quickly
really
over.
Bad. Yeah. And the horses as well. Yeah, you take the horses.
Yeah.
Draft horses. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yep. So you're gonna be parked in the street a little way down?
I'm going to study a map of the area before I do it, and find the nearest.
The best thing for you to do really is just to
place to
go up
hide.
there.
I'm presuming that the jailhouses are far, like a few blocks away from Aldershot and certainly from Skullport. On the way, Ode has composed at the least the first song of the new ballad.
Yep.
And it goes: Two men, they worked with nobles, their brows were soaked wet. Their friends were held in prison, but they had not saved them yet. They rode to break their jail cells with wit and grit and skill. They must save their compadres and escape over the hill.
Quality.
I like it. Taking inspiration.
Good.
I particularly like
I've
the
been holding inspiration for like last two games, so this doesn't really help.
Yeah.
You've got three just lined up now.
Yeah. Okay. I feel like Aldred goes yeah and starts to kick off with an accordion.
That was a good. What tune was that? I recognised it.
It was Riders in the Sky.
That's
Yippee-i-oh, yippee-i-yay.
Okay. So yeah, good. So you scout it out. You kind of see the layout of it and such like. Getting down from there to the Ionian portal during the day would be a challenge because you're going through some quite busy stretches of Waterdeep. The traffic is just too great. At night, it'd be a bit easier, but the horses will not move very quickly.
Are they solar powered?
Yeah, that's right. But they also can't see in the dark, so they'll be very wary.
We don't need to go fast. We just need to stay. As long as they don't know it's that stagecoach that they've been.
Yeah, the other fact is there's not that many rackety old stagecoaches knocking around in that way.
It's more just so they're hidden rather than anything.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll do up our bandanas over our face. It'll be fine.
Yeah, 'cause that's not going to cause any problems. Okay.
Maybe that should be a distraction. Maybe we should send someone on the stagecoach to go away as fast as they can in one direction. We all just off in the other.
Where's Wizcraft?
Expendable is down at the Expendable Inn with all the other NPCs.
Wizcraft is not expendable. Wizcraft is not expendable.
Now he's really pissed off because he can't even get a drink down at the Expendable Inn where it's actually subsidised. Okay.
We'll find him in the Yawning Portal later.
Okay, so this is the plan anyway. Okay, right. So we're gonna execute on this, I guess. Yeah.
Oh god, here we go.
Okay.
So I've still got that backup character ready for when it all goes terribly wrong.
Yeah, it's not bad. Okay, so when are you casting invisibility?
Ode?
Oh, I ain't casting invisibility like pretty much before we get even around the block.
Yeah.
How long does it last? An hour?
I want to make sure I'm not recognised or seen by anyone.
Yeah, okay, and what kind of time are you intending to do this? You know that the guard change in the evening is around about 6 p.m. At this time of year, it's just dusk around then.
Oh, I turn invisible like on the journey towards the cells.
We're going to have to break them out at the guard change then, so about dusk, aren't we?
Yeah.
So we'll make our way just before then. Hide the stagecoach a street nearby.
Mm.
And Odin and Aldred will have to go in.
Yeah, okay. So Aldred kind of like Aldred walks.
My concentration on invisibility is up to an hour,
Yeah.
which is quite good. So I think I'm good.
Okay.
I hope I'm good.
So Aldred strides in, you kind of like keeping quite tight behind him. You walk into essentially an antechamber. There is. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to do that. It's better. That's what I wanted to do. So you walk in to a fairly largish room. There's a desk with a scribe kind of sat at it. There's a set of benches to the left and right side. You've gone up the steps into the second floor. You know that ordinarily the cells and such like are on an underground floor. And you can see, having looked at it, that the wagon where the armoured wagon is kept is on the ground floor. So you would imagine, with your knowledge of guard houses in Waterdeep, that the cells are probably on the ground floor towards the top side of it. You kind of go in. Aldred goes up, and in some really bad fake voice, he goes, "My name's Johnny. I'm here to see Zerelda and Ignatius. I'm definitely not from the Eltorchul Manor." And the guy looks up at the desk and says, "Okay, Johnny. So I'll need a little."
I'm the lawyer.
Advocates aren't allowed. I've got a parcel of food for them. I think that's allowed. It's been gathered by the dwarven community. Okay, let me have a little look in here. So Aldred puts like a little basket down and kind of looks it through and says, "Yeah, okay, I can make sure that they can get down to there." Says, I'd like to go and see them to make sure they're being treated right. Well, this is Waterdeep. They are being treated right. Okay.
So what's in the package?
I'm sure the dwarven community can make it worth your while. Yes. Oh, okay. I'm sure that they could. He kind of passes over a little bit of gold underneath his hand. The man kind of like takes this. "Come on, then. I'll show you down." And takes you kind of through along the public area into what looks like a courthouse. There's no sitting at the moment, but there's benches and there's a raised platform on one end, and then through another set of doors and down a set of stairs. Comes out, takes you around past what looks to be a shower block, and then you can see a set of cells. There's a real strange kind of like musky smell just hanging in the air. It's quite hard to kind of like tease it apart, but it's got a really complex aroma, but slightly mouldy, all things considered.
Smells like the Eltorchul Manor.
A little bit, yeah. And then a figure stands and says, "Oh, it looks like things are coming to those who wait." "G'day," he says. It looks like things are coming to those who wait." Kind of like Aldred kind of looks at this figure and walks down to you two. He says, "Sir, this is not good enough. I want to see the head guardsman." And this figure looks at me. "What?" He says, "I want to see the head guardsman. Come on, get them." And kind of like goes and stands a little bit further away, leaving you owed to do what you wish to do.
Oh.
You can see Zerelda, Iggy. You clearly recognise Aldred. You know, the disguise isn't that great. He just looks like he's Aldred in less good clothes. And you, yep, that's what you see.
What the hell was that?
Well, I think we know what it was. I don't know where he's gone.
Was it Aldred in drag? That'd be
Aldrina.
Is the way to the cells clear?
It is, yes.
You're stood at the cells.
Right, because you've got Ignatius and Esmeralda on each side.
Esmeralda.
Zerelda. I reckon with a good solid thunder wave, I could break both set of bars and the wall in one.
Are you going to say out to us?
Yeah, you could do that.
Yeah.
We're like, well, I'll go to Zerelda. Well, what was that? He's came and then cleared off. I don't know what the purpose of that was.
All you hear is
Ode?
and then a thunder wave, and it just blasts the wall and the bars.
I could have cast silence, and we could have not had a massive load after us. But anyway, carry on.
Yeah, well,
So,
then
hold
I
on,
couldn't
hold
have
on,
cast
hold on.
it.
That's
so-
not our style.
Sorry. So Zerelda and Iggy would be flush against the bars, I would imagine, because they'll be trying to see what's happening, and that would be within your 15-foot square.
Well, in which case, before like blasting off this thunder wave, we'll have time to just say, "Stand back, stand back."
You hear it.
Ode, what are you up to?
Shut the fuck up. Get back.
Why is it that Zerelda always calls people's names out?
Yeah.
Oh,
All the guards heard that.
plan.
Just don't get my friends.
I don't give a shit. Kaboom.
Let's just say that you had the presence of mind to stand back knowing Ode and his volatility.
Yeah.
Okay, roll me some damage.
Ooh. That's exciting.
This is where he natty ones it or something.
Yeah, imagine if it's just like the wall just. Enough of that.
Second level.
Ooh.
What is that? Is that? That's 3 d8.
I'm going to roll to see if Fenn's asleep outside and has forgotten.
Oh God, if that little mushroom
Well, the fact
dies,
on a
I
wall.
will cry.
They won't hit the mushroom. I don't think he's near enough.
No, he won't hit seat.
They won't escape.
What? Oh, well, it's time to glitch.
Have
What happened?
lost fantasy grounds?
No, you rolled 10.
You're on 10.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so you hear this kind of peal of thunder, and kind of knocks out several of the bricks in that central kind of quadrant, smashes them down, kind of like as if an artillery shell has hit it. Basically, it pushes out. You can see all the dust kind of choking up, and such like. It pulls down the 2 metal bars, and a large part of the wall comes down with that in between Iggy and Torvil's cell. It's sufficient that then Torvil's cell door kind of comes down as well. Torvil scoops up seat and kind of says, "Mask, aid us. Let us not be seen. Hide our path." And a shimmerer comes around you, and you kind of see this highly stylistic thieves mask kind of just comes and gathers around you in a little circle.
Nice.
Where are we going? G'day, fellow. Where are we going?
Ode, where are we going?
You hear a
Get
shout
on the
from
fucking
Aldred.
horses.
You hear a shout from Aldred saying,
And
"What's just happened?"
Ode runs, jumps, and hopefully lands on this horse.
Well, you'll hear a stagecoach roll up outside with some horses, and Fenn in his best half elf accent goes, "Yeehaw!"
Yep. Okay.
I take it we
Where
can see
Ode
you now,
takes
can't we?
shotgun.
Yeah, you can see him.
We're
now.
MC Ode now, won't we?
Yeah, you can see her
Yeah,
now.
exactly.
And you all pile in.
Can I pick up seat and carry him?
Torvil's got seat.
Oh,
You
How's
pick up
Aldred getting
Torville.
away?
Sorry,
Pick up Torville and carry him carrying seat.
you probably can.
Get in the
Yeah.
back.
Then we'll run for it.
Yeah. Okay, you run for it. What are you doing, Fenn?
I'm going straight towards the yawning portal.
Okay. As you're kind of like you career off, a few guards kind of like come through the dust. Get them, chase them. And then you hear shouts of, "There's injuries, casualties back here. Oh, we must do our civic duty to the injured." So they kind of like hang back a little bit, and you kind of career off kind of down the street. You hear a voice say, "G'day, where you headed?"
Yawning portal. You've all got no choice in the matter.
Oh.
So lie low.
No, Fenn, we've got another option.
Get out of the gate. Go north. Go north. Out of the gate. Out of Waterdeep.
Out of Waterdeep.
Out of Waterdeep.
Out of
Do as he
Waterdeep.
says.
Do what he says. We've got options.
How are we going to meet Aldred?
Who?
He turns up like a bad smell. Just keep going.
He's not nobility. He'll be fine.
Right, I'll go towards the north gate then.
Okay, you're heading towards the
I'll
north
trust
gate.
you on this.
Yeah, okay. The gates are about to be shut as dusk approaches, but you put the
I
pedal
put the pedal to
to
the
the
metal.
You can-
Is it one of them bridges that do that?
No, but it's just doors that close. You two wheel it
Oh,
around,
2 horses up on a side.
Dum-ka-dum.
and you're kind of out. And we'll call the session there, I think.
Awesome.
Okay, good play, everybody. Good play. So that was episode 13, which I can't help but feel was more of a narrative point and click adventure than it was really.
What's in the room with me?
So choose your own adventure.
Well,
So,
we never made any attack spells, so we're fine.
Point and click adventure. There is an invisible ode. I click it. Put it away.
Somewhere over here.
One of these pixels is an invisible ode.
You can see by the blue circle underneath him.
Yeah.
Okay. So yes, you're out there with Torquil, not Torquil and Dean. Torquil and Dean. Torquil and Seat. And Aldred is not fully implicated in it. He's going to claim plausible deniability, I guess. But anyway, yeah. Okay, so that's that. I hope there's people watching, if in fact anybody has been, because we've disconnected several times through that. Or if you're watching it on the YouTube, I hope you enjoyed that.
Can I just say, despite the concern that Diego has for Tef, I myself, as a player, has never been so concerned for an NPC as I am for Whizcrack.
For this guy whose name Whizcrack.
Oh, I thought you were going to say stool / bench / seat.
Seat.
No.
I'm very worried for Whizcrack.
Just say it.
Yeah, say
Yeah, just say that.
Type R.
C-type ether.
Yeah. Okay. Your concern is noted. I'll add it. I'll add it to the register of concerns. I am
He's
now
dead.
maintaining.
Yeah. He's
Whizcrack.
going to be hung over you now. You're going to be put into...
Yeah, next time we come into the city, he's going to be hanging there on like
Oh,
the
Yeah.
gibbet.
entrance. Yeah, on a gibbet.
Yeah, invisible, just hanging there.
Okay. So, anything
Spelled
from
them out.
anyone? Was that okay, guys?
Yeah,
that's
that's
good
good
fun.
fun.
Good.
That was fun.
Good. Right. So
You
next
got
session. So Tuesday the 16th.
Woohoo!
I think that's fine.
Tuesday the 16th. Let me check. I don't think I'll have any problems with that.
Yep, that's fun.
Yeah, that's okay in that diary. Yep, I should be fine. And I should be fine then as well. Okay, cool, good. Yeah, so Tuesday 16th. So if you want to follow us on Twitch, I think it's just mostly off topic. Twitch.tv/mostly off topic. If you got
Mostly off dash topic.
mostly dash off topic, is it? I can't remember actually.
Mostly off topic on Twitch.
Yeah. Okay. You can see our website mostly-offtopic.com, and the YouTube channel, etc. Anything from anyone? Oh, you got Moody lighting up now, Ben.
Watch out for thunder waves.
Yeah. What's your comment? What's your comment on the game session?
I'm quite lucky that didn't kill anyone, to be fair.
Well, we don't know. We don't know how many people are stood right outside. You know that the orphans were walking home outside the wall?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, loads of masonry just blasted out and missed them. Like, oh, thank God for that. And then this cat just went spit over.
The
It's
teacher
like, you've got like spooky dokies of like orphans in the wheel.
scraped them against the castle gate as you were going past.
Get them off! Get them off!
Okay.
One orphan stops outside the gate. Tomorrow. Boom.
Joe, anything from you before we finish?
No, thank you.
Good stuff. Okay. Right, that's it. I'm closing it down. I'm shutting it down.